Good morning, my wonderful friends. How are you doing today on this very early start on Saturday? 4 hours, actually, until kickoff for the Villa game. And I'm going to go live before the Villa game, about half an hour beforehand, to sort of do my preview then and chat through the team news and all that kind of stuff. But this morning, I actually wanted to jump on and talk about some news I saw last night. Now, I couldn't do a video last night as I was on parent duties with Nicola's out at work. But I saw a little bit of news suggesting that City could be interested in signing up to 3 players in January, which is an awful lot of footballers. It's a massive increase given our current squad size. And I thought it was a very interesting thing to talk about. You know, I don't think City will sign 3 players in January, but the idea that they're attempting to, that they might, I think there might just be some weight in that for a whole myriad of reasons, which I'll talk about today. You know, a little bit of admin beforehand. Once again, I will be live on the channel with some team news later on, as you can see there. I'll be live at around midday. So feel free to join me around then if you don't mind, if you want to. So I'll see you in, 3.5 hours from now, which should be fun. God, it's a very short day today. And my watch long will be live on bigup.com as well, /Esteemed Kompany. Link is in the description of that video. Maybe in the description of this one. I can't remember. Let me just double check. Is it? You know what? It isn't. I'll put it in the description of this video as well. But yeah, please do join me later if you want to. It'll be fun to see you guys over there. Let me just quickly add it to this video. Live watch along. Here, there we go. It's in the description of this video now as well if you want to join me later over there. It's good fun over there. It won't be live on YouTube. Sorry, I've been working with Big Up for a while, and it's sort of like an agreement I did with these guys because I really like the products, and they've got some very cool stuff coming in the new year. Insanely cool, game-changing stuff. Trust me on that. I can't say what it is, but it should be very, very cool over there. But anyway, yeah. I want to start by talking about some tweets and all this kind of stuff. Apparently, Tolby's just done something right now, has he? Okay, let me go and find out. Please do let me know who you guys think could be these 3 players. That would be very interesting to know. I want to know what you guys reckon. What's Tolby been saying? The resident in the know over on Twitter. Well, he's just tweeted Zubi do. I want to be like. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that means. It's sort of slightly... Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Fingers crossed that means something. I have no idea. Yeah, no, people are... That'd be hilarious, by the way, if we do manage to do it. What's he been tweeting? Has he been saying anything else? So basically, I'll sort of go through the quotes from Guardiola because I think they're reasonably interesting to go through and reasonably important. I think Guardiola's quotes on this... what given me hope, because it sounds like Guardiola sort of reappraised what he thinks City need to do, and that's why I'm pretty cynical about January always. I understand anyone else being cynical. And hello in the chat, by the way, to Messi, to philosophy. Well, I can't say that this morning. Masoom, Oname, my mate, Soren, Fraser. Yeah, guys, good morning. Thank you very much for watching. So let me go through though the quotes from Guardiola, which did make me think, you know, that we might actually be approaching this January differently. Because Guardiola's press conference was really interesting yesterday. Let me find them. They was talking about signings. So there we go. This is the quote from Guardiola, which sort of made me think it is different. He said, "I'm not always a big fan of January signings, but circumstances this season are special, and they have been special. We have to see if we have to do something if possible. If not, we're going to wait until the summer thinking about how we're finished, how the players finish. We'll talk and we'll see what the market in January is possible, because maybe it will not be possible, but we'll see." This bit here is the notable bit there. Of course, he's right to say it might not happen, it might be too hard, blah, 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 etc. But I think that bit is notable because that's a change of tone from Guardiola. He's admitting that things right now feel like exceptional circumstances and that we have to essentially change our tact. Things do feel different right now. And we can't deny that, you know, we're staring down a squad rebuild. We're staring down a catastrophic season potentially in terms of missing out on Champions League football if we don't invest soon and boost that squad. That's the thing. It's all well and true saying, oh, well, we're starting the summer. Well, you can't miss out on Champions League football, you Manchester City. You just can't. Like, a year finishing outside the top 4. And right now, with our current run of form, and it seems crazy to say this, looking where we are and where we come from, but it feels a very real possibility if we don't find some way to sort of arrest that slide, you know, and stop it. So So yeah, so basically, I think they're aware of this. I think they are. There was some more stuff. Let me see if I can find it. I'll talk more about the actual team news stuff later because he did talk about the lack of young players, and it came back to what a lot of people have speculated, that basically he feels like young players, he feels like senior players' job to get out of, get out of. It basically feels like it's the senior players to get the team out of the mess that they've got them into. I'm half asleep still, by the way. Fabrizio Romano also tweeted that City could make 2 or 3 signings in January with a new midfield to be looked at as to replace Rodri and act as backup once he returns. Left back and striker wants to watch if City come across an interesting opportunity. Left back's interesting, which brings me to the main reason I wanted to go to this video this morning, which is because of Jack Gaughan. Jack Gaughan is a very, 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 very well-connected man. If you don't know who Jack Gaughan is, Jack Gaughan is the Northern Football Reporter for the Daily Mail. This guy is very much on the in at Manchester City, and he said City will look up to 3 players in the January transfer window, wanting a central midfielder, a fullback and a forward, with Newcastle's Bruno G and Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi high on City's list of targets. I think this is, it could be PR, but I do think he's been told this, and I do feel that one signing doesn't really do much. It doesn't. I think 2 bolster City in a way that would absolutely... you'd think it would change the game a little bit, in theory. Like, I don't know who it could be. I'm genuinely curious to think who you guys could it be. Zubimendi is a very obvious one. There's plenty of reports that he's been considering a move for an awful long time now. I would be buzzing if Zubimendi came. Both Bruno G and Zubimendi would be the dream. It's not going to happen. We won't sign both of them. But Zubimendi seems easier because of his release clause. Highly technical. Highly technical, smart footballer, progresses the ball at the pitch really well, very comfortable as a 6. We know he can literally rotate with Rodri. We've seen him do it for Spain at a very high level. He's really smart, really technical, excellent, right age as well, right in his mid-20s, entering his prime, lots of experience. I just really like him. And no, I would never say that. Look, I'm a realist. I never... People philosophy... why can't I say philosophy? Jesus, I'm really struggling with saying philosophy. I know it's Nico anyway. But yeah, people think I'm a happy clapper. I'm not. I'm just relaxed and calm until I have a reason not to be, which is different. I have never been a happy clapper. I just give benefit of the doubt. I'm generous, which is a different thing entirely. Until there's a reason not to be. I'm a realist. If I can see problems and the transfer, look, the injuries are insane, by the way. Like, I didn't expect these injuries to be this intense. No, I don't. I knew they'd be bad, but I didn't think they'd be this bad, where you got your defenders just rotating off the injury table. But where we are right now, look, there is nothing wrong with assessing the squad and realizing the plan needs to change. Smart people adapt to the environment. Smart people change their course if they need to. Seeing danger is a big part of management, and I think this is where City are at right now. They have coasted on Guardiola for a long time. He's brilliant. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you can coast on a genius, go for it. And I'm starting to move towards the headspace that the frugal spending of Manchester City's last few years. Look, I know we've signed some big players, but we've sold a lot of people too. Is based around the 115. Thanks, Honor, mate. It's very appreciated, mate. I try to be realistic always, but I'm definitely not. I don't think I'm a happy clapper. I really don't think I am. I think I've just been doing a lot of happy clapping because City have been very bloody good for a long time. It's hard to mount too much when you win a treble in 4 in a row. Nicola just shouted downstairs, I'm not a happy clapper in general. I'm just a chill guy. Thanks, wife. Love you. I'm just reasonable. I think I am. Look, if there's a big problem, I'll call it. But like the way I see it, if there's 99 reasons to be positive and 1 or 2 reasons to be, 98, 99, and 1 or 2 reasons not to be, I'll probably just ignore them and crack on because it's not worth it. It's just not worth bothering. So that's where I'm at. But right now, this is a catastrophe. It is. Right now, this is a genuine threat to Manchester City's Champions League status. So they have to address this. When it slaps you in the face so dramatically, dramatic circumstances often require dramatic solutions. If a stone comes off a wall of a riverbank, you probably could put that one stone back on. if a whole part of the riverbank bursts and the bricks fall down, you're probably going to have to rebuild the entire thing, because this is what I'm on about. And that's where we're at right now. This isn't a leaky wall. The wall's burst. Well, the wall has burst, and we have to fix it. And we probably did it a little bit too. We didn't see the leaks a bit early enough. We got away with it, but sometimes circumstances happen, But anyway, this is the thing. I do feel this is interesting. A forward. I don't know who it could be. Obviously, we were linked to Kyogo in the summer. The Celtic striker. He would have been a really smart little signing. I know. The PSG fella, Mwani's available, isn't he, apparently? I would love to take him at Manchester City. I don't think he'd be the perfect player for City, but I would absolutely enjoy him. I think he's a really technical footballer. He's not 100% a Man City player, but he's got a high level of experience, if that makes sense. And on a short-term loan for the summer, I think Kolo Muani would be cracking. Yeah, I know he's not, perfect, but I think a new lease of life in the Premier League on loan. Yeah, absolutely. Damn sight better than asking a Phil Foden to play as a false nine who's not scored a single goal. On loan, I'm on about, by the way. On loan, he'd be absolutely fine. By the way, I love it because YouTube sort of changes the views in increments, and every single time 115 is always one of the increments it changes to. So I've got currently 115 live viewers. But I'm not saying Kolo Muani is a solution to our problems, but as a backup striker, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to get someone like him. Bruno Guimaraes is absolutely one of my favourite potential signings. I've been a fan of Bruno Guimaraes for an awful long time. I think he's the exact right blend of tenacity, skill, technical ability and experience, while also being an aggressive leader. 27 years old. Just turned 27. That's 5 years left. That's 3, 4, 5 years left minimum. You got to bear in mind, footballers, they don't go to 30 these days and crack on and be done. If they're not injury prone, like he isn't, you're gonna be fine. So I. By the way, I know Mwani was a flop. I know he was at PSG, but that doesn't mean he couldn't be useful as a backup striker. Who's the option? I wouldn't mind him personally, Let me look at Kolo Muani's CV, But at one point, he was looking cracking. Looking really, really good over at Frankfurt. I'm not saying he's a brilliant player, but on a loan, yeah, experience there, a lot of international experience, a lot of Champions League experience. He's a decent goal scorer. I'd take him on a loan right now. I'd take anyone on a loan right now. But yeah, Bruno Guimaraes, yeah, cracking footballer. I really rate him. I know he's not the fastest, but he's got legs and he can actually run. That's the point. It's not about pace. It's about keeping up the intensity, by the way. That's the thing. I don't think City lack pace in midfield. They lack legs, which is a different thing entirely. Stamina, fitness. Bernardo's never been lightning quick, but he's intense. Even City are the very best 2-3 years ago. We weren't a fast midfield because Gundogan and Rodri were in there too, and Brown. They weren't fast. They were intense. That they could work hard because they were younger. That's what we need. People who can run. If you're more technical and you can run, you're going to win. But the problem is, City have got players who are losing a bit of technical ability. We've lost a bit of technical ability because some players aren't as they used to be, and they can't run anymore. That's the issue. It's more like a young Gundogan and a young Rodri's fine. It's just more, can they keep up with the game? That's the issue. They can't right now because the legs are gone. So that's my main issue. And Bruno Guimaraes, so he's not the fastest, but I saw this stat the other day. Let me just try and find it. Where was it gone? Here we go. Bruno Guimaraes won more duels in the Premier League than any other player. There we go. And by some way as well, actually. He's way out in front. Mazraoui there and Muniz at Palace. City player not even on the list, by the way. He's got more than, based off that list, he's got more than 30 probably duels than any City player. So I really like him. I genuinely like him. I think he's cracking. I would take him in a heartbeat. Zubimendi and him, by the way. The Zubimendi and Bruno Guimaraes, if they could click, that as a midfield pairing is excellent for what it's worth. Behind a Foden, behind a De Bruyne. And he's also, he's a roughneck. I agree. Bruno Guimaraes is a battler. He's a leader. He's a captain. He's a warrior. He's got a little bit of nastiness to him, a lot of elegance to his game. To me, he's a perfect signing. Loads of Premier League experience. Of course, he's got Champions League experience with Lyon, as we know. We felt it. Yep, I like him. I think he'd be a great signing. And Zubimendi, the same. Fullbacks wise, Anthony Robertson, by the way, I would really like him. I've got the tweets to prove I like Anthony Robertson. He's developed and developed and developed. He's aggressive. He's physical. He's a little bit of a Robertson at Liverpool sort of feel to him. You know, there is a little bit of that. And I would be... do you remember when they signed Robertson, Liverpool, and he had this high intensity, energetic fullback that could get up and down the pitch? That kind of thing. He'd be really good potentially, I reckon. Look, he's different. He's not the most overtly technical player we've ever seen, but he's been really, really good, man. He's been really good. Really good at Fulham. Fulham are one of the best teams in the league right now in terms of organisation and structure. And as Onami said, he enjoys defending, and he does it well, and he does it quick. So I would take him. And I think the freedom that signing a traditional left back would allow us is it doesn't put pressure on Vardiel to be at left back. It doesn't put pressure on Ake to be there. It means you can shift everyone over a little bit. Then Vardiel becomes more of an obvious centre back option, which means Akanji's more of an obvious right back option. So I would take that, I would very happily take that. Yeah, I've seen his card tricks, by the way. Yeah, Anthony Robinson. I keep saying Robinson. Evan Ferguson, Josko Vardiel, he's not really hit the ground running, has he? But if he wanted to come, that would be great. I'd be more than up for, Evan Ferguson, Man City to develop. But at the same time, I think Liam Delap's better. We had him. So... there we go. As a right back, I don't know who City would go for. You guys got any? I know we've been into Kimmich. Kimmich is a bit older. Look, if they wanted to get him on a 2-year deal, sure. But he is. I feel like Kimmich has gone past the point of age now where I'm enthusiastic about it. Before the world caved in with extra players, I wouldn't have been too bothered about Kimmich, in summer. But right now he feels a bit older. Frimpong is the obvious one, the really obvious one there. Look, ex-Man City player, loads of pace. It would require a tactical shift. I would expect we'd play a very obvious sort of free at the back situation if Frimpong came. I know everyone really, really rates Wilfried Singo. He's absolutely massive, isn't he? He's an absolute unit, that man. Monaco, big, strong, technical. He seems really, really good. Frimpong, I think he might have a release clause. I don't really know. But look, what I do think is true is that... you on about Branthwaite, Oname? Branthwaite looks really good, but I would be amazed if someone like Callum Doyle or Harwood Bellis doesn't reach that level too. And they were at Manchester... One of them was at Man City, still on loan. One's just left. I honestly feel that they have that potential. I really rate Callum Doyle. I think City need new blood, and it might require the odd technical, tactical change. God, I just realised I creased these clothes I've just put on. Look like a right mess. To answer your question, Nico, I'm off to a market today to see. Me and Nicola are going to Chilton Makers Market. Anyone in Chilton? If so, we're going there. At 10 in the morning. Because do you remember Elliot from Blooming Horizon? Anyone? He makes hot sauce these days, and he's there. So we'll go down and see him today, I reckon. Yeah, we're gonna get some world famous hot sauce for our Christmas sandwiches because we've not seen Elliot for years, so it'd be nice to see him and say hello because he's never met Ruben either, and Elliot was an old friend of mine. So, but anyway, Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers. Don't get me started on that, mate. The one thing I can always say is that I've got the receipts for Cole Palmer, and I've got the receipts for Liam Delap, and I've got the receipts for these players. Morgan Rogers, I didn't see him coming to this level, but fair play. Some people need first team football, but I knew Delap would eventually get there, and he will get there. I knew Cole Palmer was brilliant. I always did. That's why I was devastated when he left. And everyone was like, grow up, you're being silly, it's great money. It's like, it isn't. We'd be worth 3 times that. And I was right. So yeah, I think this is real. I do think City are. The intention is real, I think. Doesn't mean it'll happen. I think we'll sign someone, which is immediately different. I think City will sign a midfielder. Bruno is going to be hard. There are rumours that Newcastle do need some money. There are rumours that they don't need money. People are countering that constantly online. It was going to be 100-ish million in the summer, but I think they're in a place, Newcastle, where they're realistic right now, and they know they just won't get that, and they could have a need to recuperate some money. Newcastle are currently sat in 12th. They are not going to reach Champions League football. They've pretty much got no chance, in my opinion. They might do. I mean, they're only 5 points off, but it's not going to happen. But but with Palmer, by the way, how many times did I do a video and I said, trust me, this is not Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is brilliant and he'll get there. He's playing on the left. Trust me. People are giving up on him. I did it all the time. All the time. I said he was a mini Mahrez. He's gone higher than that Mahrez level right now. Well, not high. Do you know what? He's not gone higher than that Mahrez level. We need to be realistic. He scored a lot of goals for Chelsea, but until he achieves what Mahrez has achieved consistently over a long period of time, he's in an incredible spell right now. But if he keeps up this level and starts winning things as with Chelsea, then he can get there. But I always said he was very, very talented, very talented. Anyway, the problem is with academy stuff is, by the way, is that I don't get to watch academy stuff anymore. This current generation, I just don't get to, because as a dad, got another one on the way as well. My time is so limited, and being able to sit and watch academy football games. I've got my own academy, as Nicola just shouted downstairs. I've got my own academy on the go, and one day, Ruben, baby number 2, I'll take them to watch academy games. Until that happens. I don't know when I'm going to have 2 hours on a Saturday morning to go and watch City's Academy. I'll be taking my son to play football instead, so we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, but guys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to get out for the day. I am fascinated to see what you guys think these signings could be. I will be live at 12 o'clock. Thank you very much, people in the chat as well. Nicola's doing a very good job raising baby number 2. They're kicking already, which is very sweet. I felt them kicking, so maybe they're the new signings that you need. Guys, thanks for watching this. Love you all out. I'll see you at 12, and then the watch along later. In a bit. Bye-bye.